Welcome back to another edition of Move Through Motivation. When this comes out, Chandler, by the way, before we get started, I'm sitting next to my co-host this week.
2 hands on the steering wheel.
2 wheels.
Sorry.
Two wheels on the I'm stopped. I'm stopped, but I gotta have 2 wheels on the stand, man. Okay? All right. This is gonna be an interesting podcast here today.
Okay.
All right. So I'm sitting with Chandler Lamb, the oldest of the Lamb Bros. Your father, who everybody's come to know in his journey, John Lamb, you are one of his twin sons. And are you the older or the younger son?
I'm the older by 1 minute.
1 minute.
It's actually kind of funny because everyone who meets Donovan first and then they meet me a few days later and they didn't know I existed, they're like, "Oh, Donovan, you had a little brother?" It's like, why?
They don't even realize. But you guys are twins. You guys are twins.
Yeah, we're twins.
1 minute separated.
Yeah.
In birth. Okay. All right. So, Chandler, let's before we get started, we're supposed to do something. Donnie always tells me to do it.
Okay.
I'm supposed to do it. Say it. What are we supposed to say?
Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for notifications. And when we get this video to 15 likes, it will be Donovan's turn.
Okay. All right.
For the podcast.
So we are with Chat with a Child 3. Chandler and the kids have been excited to get on and get in the front seat of the vehicle and really just talk about who they are. I like your unique personalities. All of you kids we spend a lot of time together. Our families do. And so, Chandler, today, there's a couple questions I have for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready to shoot my questions?
Yeah.
You ready? All right, you ready? You're in the hot seat, so you got to be ready for them.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing is, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food? Okay. This is going to be hard.
Why?
Pizza.
No,
Okay,
you got to pick one. You
Okay,
can't have multiple.
okay,
We could go
okay.
desserts, but what's your favorite food? If I said, Chandler, you got the choice tonight for dinner, what do you have?
In-N-Out cheeseburger, easily.
In-N-Out, so better than pizza?
They're kind of equal.
They're kind of equal, but nah, I think you went In-N-Out, okay? Do you like the sauce or no sauce? The spread. You get
No
the
spread. No spread.
No spread, no onions?
No, nothing except ketchup.
So extra spread.
No, never spread.
No spread. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one, okay? I do not like the spread as well. All right, so my next question is, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite, okay. There are a lot of sci-fi movies, but...
Okay, but I need the one. When you say favorite,
I know. I'm sorry.
We're not breaking it down. You got to give it to me, bud. What do you got?
Tremors 2.
Okay, you have got Kylan and Kaysen watching every Tremors. I think there's like 7 Tremors. How many are there?
6.
Okay, why Tremors 2 and not Tremors 1?
Well, it's hard, but, well, I don't really know.
You don't know? You just like 2 better than 1? Really? Not a lot of people like the sequels.
Okay, now I remember.
Why?
There are way more explosions in Tremors 2.
There's way more explosions. Okay, that's a good reason.
Like 2 in the first one.
Okay, well, I think the first one I think was with Kevin Bacon, and then after that I stopped watching it, right? Kevin Bacon's not in the second one. All right.
But, okay.
Okay, so that we talked about the favorite food, favorite movie. Okay. My next question is who's your favorite role model? When you look up to somebody, who's your role model that you... This is a tough one. Don't worry.
I know.
Hey, I know. Your dad's in the car, but you got.
I know you're gonna try to get me to say you.
No, it's not me. I would tell you way. I would have to bribe you with to say me. But who do you look up to besides your dad and your dad being in the car? Who's your role model you like to? Like, is it a teacher? Is it who is it?
It's actually a YouTuber named Brian Barchak.
Brian who?
Brian Barchak.
Brian Barchak. Okay, what is so interesting about Brian Barchak to be a role model to you?
He is a reptile owner and he owns a whole entire reptile zoo.
Which ding leads me to the number one reason why I wanted you to get on this podcast is because number one, what I think what's most cool about you, and you own it and you love it, is that you are all about reptiles and animals.
Any living
anything
thing?
that is a living creature, you have a passion for it, and you know the names of the Greek names. So if I say to you, Tyrannosaurus Rex, what is the word you would use to reference the Tyrannosaurus?
Tyrant king.
Tyrant king, okay. And if I said Stegosaurus, what would you call that?
Roofed lizard.
Roofed lizard. Okay, now why would you call it a roofed lizard instead of Stegosaurus?
I wouldn't call it those. That's just the scientific name.
That's a scientific name. Okay.
Well, not scientific. That's what the name means in Greek.
That means, okay, so what's really interesting about you and I and your family, we went to a fair, right?
Yeah.
You got front row seats.
Yeah.
Dad got you up in the front. And when we went there, you got to go on stage.
Yeah.
And
now I remember.
Now you remember. So do you remember there was something named after you? There was a lizard that had your name on it. Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
It was the Chandlerosaurus. Chandler, what was it called?
I actually don't remember the lizard having a name like mine, but all I remember is I got to go on stage.
And you got to, they had what? They had, what were those things up there? There was snakes. It was
green iguana.
a green iguana, okay. There was other things too, right? There was snakes?
Tarantulas, snakes.
A lot of different animals, right?
Yeah.
When you were little, I always remember you when you would come over and the kids, you guys would all play, you would always gravitate towards the animals. And as you've gotten older, now we got to talk about something. I understand that I'm disappointed in you a little bit, actually. Can I tell you why?
Why?
Let's talk about the tetra. Let's talk about the tetra.
They
okay?
had a disease that I could not cure.
I thought
Well,
it wasn't called. It wasn't. You didn't give the fish the corona, did you?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
That
all
was
right.
before the
That was before coronavirus. Okay.
Yes.
You didn't give them the corona. That's good. So those fish didn't. We want to do some disclaimers that you didn't give the fish the coronavirus, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what happened to the fish, because you have a beautiful fish tank, right? And when I come over, you like to tell me every single fish that's in there. I call it a sucker fish. You call it a what? The fish that eats the algae.
Oh my gosh. Like, I know it when I'm at home, but I forget it when I'm under pressure. I'm not under pressure right now.
What is it?
Okay. Autosynclus.
Autosynclus. Okay, so I called it. The reason I say this is because the fishing tank you have, your dad moved in the living room, and I go in, oh, look, it's a sucker fish. No, it's not. It's an autolyncus or whatever.
Autosynclus.
Autosynclus. I'm sorry. Autosynclus. And that's what I find most intriguing about you, Mr. Chandler Lamb, is that you know animals more than
the
most
back of
kids,
my hand.
like you do, and you really get excited. Do you read a lot of books, or do you watch a lot of videos on them?
Well, I'm kind of leaning more towards Pokemon and Bakugan and stuff like that, but those are just shows and games.
Okay.
So
let me ask you two more questions.
Usually books.
Two more questions. Your favorite reptile? Ooh. Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I didn't know we could go back into prehistoric times.
Okay, let's go with prehistoric and now. What's your prehistoric favorite animal or reptile?
Like anything?
Yes.
Anything.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm actually gonna say Dilophosaurus. There's a lot of myths about it that are entirely not true.
Stop. I don't even know what Dilophosaurus. Does a Dilophosaurus look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
No, Dilophosaurus was actually about the height of this truck, and if you watch Jurassic Park, it's that dinosaur that spits acid and has a giant foot.
Okay.
Both of those are not true. I mean,
they don't?
Yeah,
they don't
that's not true.
No?
No.
What do they just bite and they were dangerous?
Yeah, well, their jaws were actually a bit weaker, so they just used their claws to slash up their prey, and they just ate with their teeth.
Okay, so Dilophosaurus is your favorite prehistoric reptile. What is your current favorite reptile? If your parents would say you could have this reptile at home, what would it be? And does it eat people, or does it eat animals, or is it a meat eater, or a plant eater? Plant eater or meat eater is what I'm trying to say. What it would be.
A lot of people watching this video might be like, oh, he's gonna choose something like exotic.
Okay. So what would it be?
I'm not gonna choose something exotic.
It could be a mamba. It could be a cobra. What would you want to have at home if you could?
I would want a tegu.
A what?
A tegu. It's like, it's
a tegu?
Yeah, it's.
Is it a lizard?
Yeah, it's actually kind of long, like 3 feet long, but.
Is that as big as it gets, or that's a baby size?
3. The maximum I think is 5 feet. But
okay.
They are. If you train them right, they are literally puppy dog lizards. Literally.
Well, I think, you know what? You know what I think? I think we need to get you a tegu.
No,
right?
we don't.
And if we get to 100 likes, we need to get you a tegu.
No.
Do you think I can convince your mom to get you a tegu? But are they poisonous?
No, not at all.
Not at all? So, we need to do some convincing the pops in the back seat to get them.
No.
You think we can get them?
No.
You think we can get them?
No.
I think we can get them. Chandler Lamb?
Okay, can we just say my favorite animal?
Okay, what's your favorite animal? All right.
Kitten.
Favorite animal of all time?
I just said it. Kitten.
A kitten?
What?
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm allergic to them, so kittens and me aren't friends, but I understand you have a cat in the backyard that I feel like somebody's sneaking that cat food because it's hanging out. Is it you?
No, no one ever gave it any cat food.
I think, are you giving it real food? Because that cat looks like it lives in your backyard.
It does not.
I saw it today, and that thing is just rolling around, hanging out. I said, and you just said kitten. So the pieces of the puzzle of what is going through my mind is that you've been feeding that cat some milk or some goat cheese to keep it there. Is that true?
No.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
right. It's up for debate.
A fact about cats is that they're actually lactose intolerant.
No.
Yes, it's a true fact.
Listen to me.
All cats.
Let me tell you something. Whoever told you that fact does not know cats, because everything I've ever given cats is milk.
Okay.
That's why they never come back.
That's why they never come back. So I guess you might be true. It might be true. Chandler Lamb, I thank you for joining this podcast, man. You're a rock star, dude. And if you become what is it? If you study animals, what is it called? A paleontologist?
No, that's a fossil expert.
Okay. What if you're an animal expert? What is it called? Like, what do you want to be when you get big? What is it that you want to be when you get big?
I don't really even know. Like.
Do you want to study animals, marine life? What do you want to be? A reptilologist? Is that what they're called?
No.
No?
Well.
What do you want to be?
I don't know. Like.
Do you want to study animals when you get big?
I know. YouTuber.
You want to be a YouTuber? Okay, all right. That's a new one. I like that. Okay. All right, champ. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me today. Chat with Child Part 3. And next up, the final episode will be Donald, your 1 minute younger brother. Donald.
His name is not Donald.
Donovan. I know. I'm just giving him a hard time. So, all right. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, Chandler Lamb, for being here and being an awesome dude and being a good friend to Kylan and Kaysen. And I look forward to chatting with you in the future, bud. Take care.